play Project L. This is a Tetris-style game, but
Polyomino.
Before we get into it, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the notification bell because board games are amazing, and that's what we do here at Legends of Nirvana. Now, Randy, can you tell us a little bit more about Project L?
I can. This is a 2020 release. Board Game Geek rating of 7.5. Board Game Geek rank of 442, which is pretty good rank. Unfortunately, this company is going out of business, which is sad because this game is going to be hard to find. It's already hard to find, especially this is the deluxe version, the Kickstarter. So we've got additional expansions of the Ghost Piece expansion and the Finesse expansion, and then there's a little mini expansion, the Ambassador Pack, and upgraded pieces, which we'll get to. Design is by Mikhail Mikes, Jan Sukal, and Adam Spinell. Art is by Jaroslav Jurika and Pavel Richter. It was published by Boardcubator. The MSRP for just the base game is $34.99. That's not the Kickstarter version. That's just the standard version. I don't think this... they did a deal because they were going out of business, and that's why I actually had the base version of the standard, and I went ahead and gave it away because I hadn't opened it yet as part of the contest we did. So one lucky winner, congrats, got a hold of the Project L. Good job, because this is going to be hard to find, as I mentioned. But I went ahead and upgraded to the all-in pack before they stopped selling it. It's no longer on their site. You can't get it. Amazon still has the base for $34.92, and Miniature Market and Card House both have it listed at $27.99, but it's out of stock at both locations, and I doubt they'll get it back.
Yeah. All right. So now let's talk about the quality of components. We, like Randy mentioned, we did get the Kickstarter edition, and these the Tetris tiles are freaking amazing.
Yeah, they're good thickness, plastic, hard plastic.
And then you've got these layered boards, so
they have a really cool linen finish on them, but they have a really neat pattern, which we'll talk more about theme. But they're all inlaid, which they look like coasters.
Yeah, I mean, so to be completely honest, for a Tetris style game to have this nice of pieces is really fantastic. So I'm gonna probably give this a 7.5. I mean, there's nothing outstanding, but everything they did was really well.
It's got some outstanding. First of all, you get this really nice
that is a really nice bag.
In addition, it's got these metal coins that are used for one of the expansions. They're really nice coins.
They are nice.
And they have a Tetris-y pattern on them. I think everything about this is outstanding. I'm probably going to give it 8.5.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. All right, so now let's talk about the... It's a Tetris game?
I mean, it's layered on, it's a puzzle, but it just looks freaking cool.
Yeah, but there's no art.
I take it back. I think they did an amazing job making this look. It looks fun. It looks exciting. The color choices are incredible. The box is beautiful. It's the sharp contrast of the blues and the black and the colors.
I think simplicity was a win here.
Yes.
I think that's the route they went, and I think that was a very smart tactic for this game. Is there a theme? No. But is it very eye-catching and eye-appeasing? Yes. Yeah,
it looks like Tron. I mean, that's the thing. It just reminds me of Tron as far as the colors and the lettering.
What would you score it then?
I'm giving it an 8. I mean, yes, there's no relevance to the theme to the game, except for the fact that you're doing a polyomino game, but it looks cool. It looks amazing. And I love the coins. I love the boxes. The only problem I have with it is the first player token looks incredibly like the coins that you use for the Finesse expansion. So it's easy for the first player to mix that up and actually get a bonus coin, which you're not supposed to. I wish they would have made that one like a larger coin instead of making it
I think they should have made those coins a little bit smaller, but...
No. These are fine. Leave them the way they are. They're beautiful. That one should have been larger.
They're a little big. Okay.
Maybe that big or something.
Yeah. All right, so let's move on to the rulebook.
So the rulebook is like the box, black with the sharp, crisp lettering. It has a really nice thick paper. It's not the standard paper. It's like almost like a a linen finish on it, but it feels really nice to the touch. It's, again, really contrasted all throughout, the black with the whites and the blues. And the pictures on it, it's a 20-page rule book, but the last 4 pages of it, or 17 through 20, are the thank yous for all the Kickstarters and the back cover. It contains all of the expansions and variant rules in here, including the solo variant. So it's all contained in one rule book. I like that. The only problem I have is the boxes. You have to keep them separate. They don't have room in the main box for it all, so you do have to keep 3 boxes, which is kind of frustrating. But none of that has really anything to do with the rules. I mean, the rule book is fine. We missed one major plot point in this rule book.
You missed one major.
When it says return to supply, it says your supply, not the supply. So you get to keep the pieces, which we'll get through in the game here. So we played it wrong the first time.
Twice. We played it wrong twice.
Okay. But we did find the correction. We got it, played it through, and we go the gameplay and talk about what we thought of it. As far as the rule book, I think it does a fine job. The font is a little small, and the contrast is not bad, but the white on black is easy to read, but some of the blues kind of fade into it. I'll give it probably an 8. I think it does a good job in a short amount of space conveying how to play this game. It's not that complex of a game, but it does, with the expansions, add a little complexity. So I would say, this is probably a light to medium game. If you play just the base game, it's probably closer to the light. If you add expansions, it's closer to the medium. And it does a good job conveying that in the rulebook. So 8 is, I think, a good score for it.
Okay. All right. So let's talk about gameplay. So we're going to play a couple of rounds for you.
These out of the way.
All right. So you basically get 3 different actions in your turn. Now I'm going to be first player.
Well, you get to start with we call it green bean in the corn. You have a single piece and a double piece.
Yeah. All right. So I'm going to take a couple of actions. So I'm wanting to get some tiles on the board. So I'm going to pick this one up. And then I'm going to
pick the take action.
Yeah, so it's called the take action. So I'm going to do 1, I'm going to do 2, and then I'm going to complete a master action. So a master action allows you to place 1 token on each of the boards. Okay, so I'm going to do that here. Now, I'm going to complete this one. As you can see, it's completed. So I'm going to take this back to my supply, and then I'm going to get the reward for it. So I'm going to pick up another 2. Okay, and then I'm going to put it back on here. And I'm going to flip it over to show that I've gotten. Now it is Randy's turn.
All right. So I am going to have to get boards 2. So I'm going to take this one. That's 1. And then I will change this yellow into a green. That's 2, because that is called an upgrade. So I can do that. Another option you have is to recycle. So I could spend a turn to choose one of the rows and just wipe the board and replace it with 4 and draw 1. Then the last action, I will take another tile because I need stuff to put things on. So we'll go with this one.
Okay. All right. I as well. So I'm going to pick up 2 boards because this looks fun. Yeah, sure. Okay. And then my second action will be the master action again.
Because normally it takes 1 action just to place 1 piece. So master, you can only do once per turn, but it allows you to play on every one of your boards. So getting multiple boards is actually beneficial. Unfortunately, I don't have the pieces for it. There wasn't a good draw as far as the components that were, or the tiles that were out here. So I'm going to do draw 1, and then I'm going to upgrade that 1. They're both upgrade actions. Just taking a single is an upgrade from 0. So that's 2 actions. And then I'm going to do a master so I can place both of those.
Okay. All right. I'm going to pick up another tile. I'm going to pick up 2 singles, please. So you can kind of get the gist. We're going to keep playing. Randy, might as well take your turn. We'll end up keep playing until one thing major happens. When the stack completely gets played out And so when you take the last tile and flip it over, it triggers the last round. So you complete the round you're in and you get one more round. And then you add up all the victory points. Now your victory points are in the corner of these tiles. So as you complete them, you'll put them over here, there. And then so you can choose to lose a victory point and put one piece at the end of the game, one piece onto your tile to help you complete the tile.
Well, you can fill any number of pieces, but you lose a victory point for each piece you add.
So it may or may not be worth it, but if you have a 5-pointer and you're missing 2 pieces, well, then it's better than taking the -5 to not completing one of your tiles. So you'll get the negative victory points. So either you get them or you take negative for them if you don't complete them. So that can get pretty nasty. So yeah, that's pretty much the base game. Overall, I liked it much better where you keep your pieces.
I did too. The way it's supposed to be played. So go figure. They actually designed it the right way.
I know, right?
Yeah. So,
it's a cute little Tetris game. I had a lot of fun, and the pieces are just so nice. Yeah. It makes you happy. So
I had fun building up, just completing puzzles just to get the pieces, because you just like playing with them. You can make little things like I got a little palm tree going over here. So yeah, I mean it's pretty. It has a nice table presence. The gameplay, it's simple but fun. It's an easy, quick game to teach. We taught your dad quickly, incorrectly, but we'll teach you correctly now.
But I'm sure Mom would love this one.
I think she would enjoy it as well.
I actually, next time she comes over, I do want to get this out for her. Let's talk about score then. Let's talk about it.
Okay, what are we going to talk about?
I really like this game. Mm-hmm. For a Tetris, for a simple game, I think I'm going to go for an 8.
I was thinking 8.5. I like it a lot more than when you play it the correct way. And the expansions, just to let you know, the Ghost expansion, these all go up to the highest level being a 4. The Ghosts add up to the 5th level, but you cannot get them under ordinary means by going up and upgrading. You have to get them by completing puzzles to unlock them. Mm-hmm. And when you get one, you can use a new action called the Ghost action. So the Ghost action will allow you to break up the piece that you got, because the 5 pieces are larger, into as many little component pieces as you choose. So you can take it and turn it into 5 individuals, or you can break it into whatever combination, as long as it fits that piece. So that's a neat way to get more pieces. The other expansion is the Finesse expansion. What the Finesse expansion does is it changes the dynamic of the game, because normally, like Miranda mentioned, when this pile runs out, that's what triggers the end of the game. Now there's another way of ending the game, which is you get 10 actions that are basically like round goals that you have that will score you these coins. And the coins are used for 2 different purposes. You can cash 2 in to take another free action, or you can cash 1 in at the end of the game for each one of those negative victory points you would get. It negates the negative victory point penalty to place them on your board. So it's good to have those so you can do those free actions, or to get the free upgrade, or not free upgrade, but the free placement of your things at the end. So I like the way you've got different options of playing it. And then there's the Ambassador expansion, which adds just a little flexibility. Like you can get additional, normally you can only take 1 master action per turn. It lets you, as long as you have tiles to burn, they have the M on them, you can keep taking free actions and master actions on your turn with them. So it changes up the game. Also, there's a lot of extra black tiles in the box. So you have flexibility. You don't know what you're going to get because you only play with a certain number based on player count. So, the one thing that's weird is this game says it's 1 to 4 for the base game. They give you 6 of these player mats, but with the expansions, even on Board Game Geek, it says 1 to 5. So I'm not sure what the true number is, because there's 6 player mats. So it looks like you play up 6, but there aren't going to be enough pieces, especially the singles, for everybody to get a bunch of those. So you have to be careful. But it does have rules say if you don't have a piece at the level you need, you can go up to the next level up. So that's nice.
Yeah. Well, that will probably end up ending the game a little bit quicker, so you have to worry about running out of tiles. Okay, well, thank you guys so much for joining us. I had a blast tonight. Yep. Hopefully you'll come hang out with us again. We'll catch you guys later.
Bye. Bye.